Today's a heavy one. This room is going to be me. And I have yet to learn to find safety within myself. Am I feeding my anxiety or am I fighting it? Good morning, traveler of worlds, and welcome back to another video. Yeah, I am feeling a little bit shy. I am not in my best headspace, so I feel a bit self-conscious. But yeah, we're just rolling with it. If I seem awkward, that is why. I have these phases where I feel like I'm making a lot of progress with my life, and I'm making a lot of progress with my mental development. And then I have phases where I feel like I'm completely lost, completely stuck, and I have no idea what I'm doing. That's where we are. That's where we are right now. So yeah, good start to the video, eh? Anyway, you might see or not notice that I've changed my spot. I have moved my art corner up to my office because I enjoyed being in the living room, but it didn't feel like my room. It didn't feel like my studio. It didn't feel like a comfortable place to be. I'm a bit like when I feel anxious, I talk about how I feel all the time. But that's just the reality of things. I feel a lot. But yeah, when I feel very self-conscious, when I feel anxious, when I just don't feel well in my skin, like I'm doing right now, I don't feel at home anywhere. I'm not sure, this might sound weird. I feel very disconnected and yeah, everything feels foreign to me. Even my own home, my own kitchen, my own living room, my own bedroom, my own office. I feel very disconnected. And it's a really uncomfortable feeling because when I feel that way, I don't feel at peace anywhere. I can't find comfort. I can't find the feeling of safety, and I have yet to learn to find safety within myself. Like I don't need anything outside of myself to feel safe. That is something I haven't learned yet. I'm quite in need still to have surroundings that make me feel safe. Feeling safe. What does that mean? Does it mean having a stable environment? To have reliable friends and family? Having food on your table, money on your bank account, a home to go to where you can lock the door? Perhaps safety means to have responsible parents or partners, teachers or mentors. As a child and teenager, yes, this is safety, security. Because up until a certain age, our inner world is entirely shaped by the outer world. We depend on adults who supposedly know what they're doing. Then we get older, we find the urge to pave our own paths, create our own futures. But in a society where mental resilience isn't taught, how do we find safety when the one we're supposed to depend on and rely on is ourselves? One really exciting thing is that I am currently working on my first paid commission piece, my first commission piece that I'm earning money for, which feels so strange. It feels so strange, like I'm earning money on something that I love to do, there's something in my brain like, no, that's not how it works. Work means that you don't enjoy it. But that is a very wrong mindset. You know, everyone deserves to do work that they love and that they earn money for. And so this is just such a wonderful experience that I'm getting paid for a commission piece. I am earning my first money on art. I'm kind of proud of that. Yeah. So I'll be working on that, and I've been talking for too long. I'm going to move on with my day. Try to get out of this weird headspace that I'm in. And we're just going to see what these next couple of days will bring us. I hope you stick around for the ride. Yeah, welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the Healing Diary episode. Something. I have recently discovered that most of my anxiety and feelings of being unsafe don't actually have anything to do with my outer world. I keep being afraid for things to happen, for circumstances to change, for unexpected situations, for money struggles, accidents, or losses. But this fear, this anxiety, it isn't logical, is it really? It isn't relevant. Yes, it may happen. It's a daily probability, a chance that change may come bursting through my door, good or bad. That is, funnily enough, what we call life. Life is change, a constant flow of it. But that is not the source of my fear. The source of my fear is my distrust in my ability to handle it. To handle life, really. I don't feel safe within, because I don't trust that I can handle my emotions if something were to happen. I realized that I don't think I've shown you my office room before, my now turned office studio art room. So I thought, why not take the opportunity to just quickly show you around. It's a pretty small room, well, smaller, on the smaller side, but it's perfect for me, and I love it so much. And I took the opportunity today to buy just a few tidbits to like celebrate that I found my center here. I really feel like I have. And the room is by no means done yet. I'm still missing like the crown work. Is that what it's called? Like these thin wooden things that you put in the corners and stuff like that. And I don't have electricity in here. I do have it, but like it's on a wait. I might as well show you. Let's go for the technical stuff first. So my electricity for now is coming from like a roller thing with a. I'm not even sure if you can see that. And then, here I'm still missing like the crown molding thing like that. I'm missing it here. And this is not looking all too pretty. But it's my room. So there's my electricity wire. And then you come in here and there's a dog bed. And then this is a chimney. So maybe one day, maybe I'll put a fireplace in there or like a little stove. Because I probably can. So when you come in, this is what you're seeing. This is the room. So, yeah, I moved my art spot here on the right side. And so we got a lot of mess, a lot of things. And it's a really ugly table, but I love how ugly it is. Because the ugliness just makes it, I don't know, I feel so free on this table. Like a little sacred corner table. And then we have this dresser here, which actually comes from my grandma. Her house, when it was sold, I got to take a lot of her old furniture. And this is one of the pieces. And it's my favorite piece, and it's not focusing, but it's my favorite piece in this house. And then we have this one. My partner many years ago designed this for me because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Can you tell? No, you probably can't because I haven't talked about it, but I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and I absolutely love this part. If you're a Harry Potter fan too, you absolutely, most definitely know where this is coming from. That is the hallway with a yellow door. And yeah, here's my little, oh, I'm sorry for the flickering lights. I'm not sure if you can see it, but probably. This is my little book nook with an old chair from when I lived at home with my parents. And this old bookshelf I bought from a secondhand shop, which is really ugly and it's broken. And I love it. I don't know why I have such a love for old broken things. They bring such a charm to it. There's an old suitcase, which I call my treasure suitcase. All the most important tiny things that I've gathered throughout my life are in that suitcase. So I always tell my partner, if there's a fire, if there's anything happening, the only thing you need to get out of this house is that suitcase. Because that's the most precious memories from my life are in there. But yeah, let's see. And then here I have a lot of healing quotes, which I made a while back. I still haven't hung anything on the walls because my partner just put so much blood, sweat, and tears in getting these, because these were panels before, and he made it, I don't know what this is called, but he made them even, and he painted them, and it was terrible work, but he did that for me. And so I really want to make certain that I know where I want my shelves. And now that I have my art studio in place in here, I really finally feel like I can start thinking about the shelving and making holes in the walls. Book nook. I love that word. Book nook. And then I've just placed my easel here. And then here you have my desk. So when I edit, this is where I sit. This is my grandpa from my mother's side built this when he was still alive. It's like this really old, again, actually really ugly, really used old chest. And it's filled with childhood stuff. And it's now my coffee in the morning by the window nook place thing. Yeah. Hello. And that's it. That's it. That is my office. That is now my art studio. I really, really think, I feel it already, that this room is going to be me. That this is going to be the place where I feel, no matter where or what I am, I'm going to feel safe here. Which is a delightful, delightful feeling. Anyway, somebody's driving past with a tractor. It's noisy, so I'm going to shut up. Bye. Good morning, everyone. Today's a heavy one. Today's heavy. I'm not so much like in a bad mood, but I'm really, really struggling with physical anxiety and just, I feel really disconnected from everything. I feel really not present and not within myself. Hey, buddy. Bam loves playing with this ball. This one? You want that one? Go take it. I feel really dysregulated. And that is one thing I have really understood now is something I need to work on. I do not know how to self-soothe. I do not know how to self-regulate my emotional state. Yeah. So I'm just going to keep on pushing through and make myself do things because I think I need to do that. Not just do as much as I can manage while being this way. And then hope that the anxiety fades at some point. I've definitely noticed that if I count down, if I lay on the floor and I know I need to do, I don't know, I want to paint for 5 minutes, then I need to count down like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I get myself up. And that kind of works. So I'm going to try to do that, just take a break, counting down for when I'm getting back up, and then continue doing what I do, and then taking a break again, counting down, get up. That's where we're at. Right, Bam Bam? The source of our happiness, success, love, safety, and power, and our ability to gain it, it is all in our minds, our souls. We are our own temples, our own universes. But when we don't trust our own ability to be that, when we don't feel safe in our own capability to live and deal with life, that's when the path we thought we chose or thought we saw starts fading away, and we begin to blindly stumble around. It's not that we need to know the path or see the path. It's about becoming our own source of light and guidance, if only to see the next step or two. When we find trust and safety within ourselves, when we build emotional intelligence and mental strength, it doesn't matter how lost we feel, because we know deep down that we'll find the way out eventually, with time, perseverance, and faith in ourselves. I believe it is an inner, unshakable knowing that we all have deep within. We just need to learn how to access it. Many people give this light and this guidance to God. And yes, that is a way to walk the path of life too. I give myself to God as well, but I also choose to believe that I am a piece of God itself. And by strengthening my mind and my soul, I strengthen my relationship to the Creator, to the divine, to the unknown. Hello everyone. It is day 3. This video feels kind of weird because I think my mind has been kind of scattered, so I'm like, bam bam. He's chewing on a stick again. But yeah, my mind has been kind of scattered, so I have absolutely no idea what I filmed. So this is going to be an interesting one. Anyway, I'm currently just really bracing myself for starting the commission painting. I am once again so scared, but we all know that by now, that I get scared when I'm going to paint, especially when it comes to watercolor. So we're just going to ignore that, and I'm just going to make the painting, and hopefully it's going to turn out good. I'm just going to fight my fears, and everything is going to be fine. And after that, after I've got started, we have a really stressful day planned. Because once a month we usually go grocery shopping, so we do like a really big batch of grocery shopping once a month. And up until pretty recently, it's been like we've spent the entire day going to different stores, buying different things for different foods, meals, whatever. Now I have discovered, sadly, hence the title of this video, I think, that am I feeding my anxiety or am I fighting it? Because I discovered that there is this online grocery store shop which delivers your food. Now, they don't deliver where we live. We live a little bit too remote to get it delivered here, but they deliver to my future sister-in-law, and they only live, well, they live a little bit away, but not that far. And I can get it sent there, which means it saves me and my partner an entire day of grocery shopping. It saves me the absolute agony of being amongst people. But then again, after I moved away from the city, my social ring has gotten pretty small. And so I started to think like, okay, now I'm gonna move my grocery shopping thing to something that's getting delivered. Where am I going to get my social interactions from? How am I going to face my anxiety when I don't see people? And then I'm like, oh, well, that's great, because then I don't have to see people. But then I'm like, oh my goodness, how am it's just like, I think I'm making my world quite small. And now that I think about it, I'm not sure how good that is. Anyway, we're gonna get the food delivered today, though. It is really convenient, so I just need to have like a serious conversation with myself, I think, regarding this anxiety thing. Yeah. Am I fighting it or am I feeding it? That is the question. Here I go blabbering about perspective and safety and trust. But how do I obtain it? How do I actually cope with highly anxious days? How do I find that safety within? How do I deal with life and the unexpected when I don't feel like I have the ability to do so? To be completely honest with you, I don't know yet. I really don't know. But I do know that it is possible, and it is essential for me to learn this if I ever want to live a free, healthy, and fulfilling life. It smells and sounds like spring today, despite the rain. I don't even know what it is, but the scent is different, the feeling is different. I don't think we're going to have more cold days here. It's time for that in-between time where everything looks cold, depressing, wet. But you know that when it comes out on the other when we come out on the other end, it's going to be beautiful. Gosh, I can't wait for some color. I choose to believe that my awareness of my lack of self-trust and safety within is the first and most important step to solve this problem. And by knowing this, I now have the power to fight intrusive thoughts that want to keep me in my comfort zone and hide me from the rest of the world. It's like hearing a constant conversation between my ego and my true self. My ego being the environment-shaped version of me, uncertain and beaten up by everything outside of myself. And my soul being the patient inner child, sharing its wisdom when my ego manages to take a deep breath. My ego used to cry and wail at the top of its lungs, to the point where I couldn't hear my true self any longer, if I've ever heard it before, really. But after starting my healing journey, I feel it maturing somehow, still crying, confused, still having fits of anger and throwing tantrums. But at the same time, my ego is more open to what my inner knowing, my soul, has to say. Maybe I finally understand what it means to grow up. I trust that as I continue to connect to my inner knowing and allow for my soul's, maybe even God's voice to reach me, I will find all the answers I need as I continue through the journey of life. So my question to you is, do you trust yourself? Do you feel safe within? Or is it time that you have a serious conversation with yourself? You have the inner knowing to solve all your life's problems, but it all starts with being aware that you have them. I will leave you here with the biggest of hugs, all the love and light I can muster, and a deep, deep gratitude that you're here. If you're not a part of this tiny community yet, I wholeheartedly invite you to stick around. This is a safe and comforting space for all creative, gentle, and kind souls, and it would just mean the world to me to have you here. And with that, I will leave you, and I will see you again next week. Bye.